Man, I feel so bad for Buffalo fans. Hey man, at least they got the Bills, who made the playoffs because their division sucked. They made the playoffs and got crushed. Yeah, they really don't have much hope there. Yeah, they really need somebody to cheer them up. Let's let them win the draft lottery for once.
It is I, the hockey god. Buffalo will never win the cup. Sincerely, the hockey god.
Man, poor Buffalo. Even the hockey gods hate them. Hello guys, welcome back to DSFR. Game 48, Stars versus Sabres, and the Stars pretty much dominated, to say the least. Now the Stars improved 27, 17, and 4, get 2 more points, and get this, they're 2 points out of first place in the Central. It goes St. Louis in the third spot with 59 points, Winnipeg in the second spot with 59 points as well, and then Nashville with 60 points. So they're 2 points behind the first spot in the Central Division. That's how crammed it is. Now, this position is where the Buffalo Sabres would wish they were in, as the Buffalo Sabres have 11 wins on the season, with 26 losses and 9 overtime losses. Ouch. And what did I tell you in the DSFR against Columbus? The first line was almost non-existent against this game, and I say if there's going to be any team where you take advantage of that first line of Sagan, Radulov, and Ben, it's going to be Buffalo, and look what they came out and did. They were fantastic tonight. I'd say that every single one contributed very nicely, and the Stars as a whole were doing fantastic, and I basically called it in my Columbus video that the Stars are going to come back against Buffalo and take revenge, and that's exactly what happened. Now, the Stars explode early in the game with 8 shots on goal for the Sabres, 0 in the first 5 minutes or so in the game. It was pretty ridiculous. The Stars were dominating early, and it was a great game to watch throughout that period, and the Stars were really putting a stranglehold on the Sabres. Sabres on a 2-on-1. Ham Hughes is the lone defender. He stretches out and plays the play perfectly. He gets out and tries to block the pass, and he does perfectly. Stars on the power play. Leonard is right in position, or is he? Janmark gets the puck, he shoots, and then it somehow gets past Leonard. To all the people that say, hey, Leonard is not really the problem in Buffalo, I beg to differ. In this game, he was atrocious, and really no goaltender was good in this game besides Lettinen. But for Buffalo, that's a terrible goalie situation for them. I think that Leonard is pretty dang overrated. He just can't make good saves. He can't make really saves that other goalies would make in the NHL. He's a weak goaltender. He reminds me a lot of Scott Darling in Carolina. He'll allow these weak goals, and then he'll make these great saves where you think, oh my gosh, he's amazing. But then he allows these weak goals, and that Janmark goal, Janmark had a good shot there, but it was really a weak goal. It just got by Leonard there. That really shouldn't have. Klingberg passes to Janmark on a nice feed, and then Janmark capitalizes on it and scores. Janmark is his second goal of the game, and Klingberg passes Zubov for most points as a Stars D-man very quickly in his NHL career. Remember, he's 25 years old. Now, the Sabres are on a power play. The terrible power play unit that I love to mention. They score. Eichel shoots out the post. It goes around. Lettinen almost goes in. But then Reinhart just bats it out of the air. Good play by him. And the Stars are a little less. In the insurance marker, it's down to 3-1. But don't worry, Klingberg's got your back. He shoots from the point, and then Ben tips it in for another goal. 4-1 Stars. Klingberg gets another point, by the way. Yeah, he's going to be in the consideration for Norris, isn't he? And if he's not, I'm disappointed. Lindell shoots, and then Pitlick gets the rebound, and then scores. Another goal, and the Stars are up 5-1 over the Sabres. He's dead already. You don't have to kill him more. Now, Hetherington gets in a scrub with Nolan, and that's not a really good idea. Nolan's a pretty good fighter there, mate, but he kind of gets destroyed, and then he gets out of the game. And Hetherington, again, he was decent this game. Nothing really too special, but he was more of a presence guy than the Columbus game for sure. And of course, with the fight, you're gonna get more attention. But Hetherington, I think, was solid through this game, and of course, going against Buffalo, that isn't really the best competition, but still. Now, Johns breaks his stick after trying to shoot from the point. It goes right to Faxa, and then he tips it in somehow. Somehow, Faxa makes a beautiful tip in, and Johns gets the point on that. A beautiful tip by Faxa, and another reason why he's one of my favorite players on the Dallas Stars. And he gets a goal. I love when Faxa gets goals. He finally gets rewarded for his just effort on the ice, and that's another goal for him, and I'm super happy about it. Now, Klingberg getting in the action a little bit more because he wasn't really satisfied with 4 points. He shoots and then Pitlick pokes it in, or not really pokes it in, but deflects it in, and the Stars are up 7-1. Klingberg, have yourself a night, man. What was it, 5 points? That's just ridiculous. You are really, really making a case for yourself for the Norris. If people didn't think that you were a Norris candidate now, well, they're going to have some problems there. But yeah, if I haven't talked about Klingberg enough, he extends his point streak to, I think it's like 4 games now, and he also has a 10-point lead on any NHL defenseman in points. I think the next guy up is John Carlson on the Washington Capitals, and he's 10 points above that. I think he's at 44, something like that. I think he's like 46 points right now. He's doing amazing, and especially in this game, he really broke out once again, and he's just pouring it on, man. He's really making it rain. You get an expected win in Buffalo, and now you're going to face Florida in the AAC. Florida's much better at home than they are away, so facing them at the American Airlines Center, it's definitely much more helpful. The Florida Panthers are good at home, so you definitely want to be at home against them. So it's good to see that the Florida Panthers are away when you're facing them. It's going to be easier. The forwards played great, the defensemen played great, and of course Lettinen played fantastic in this game. Really, every single facet of the Stars game was good this night, and you could say, hey, maybe that's because they're facing Buffalo, but I think it was the latter of they were just playing great hockey. Of course, the Buffalo Sabres are a lesser opponent than a lot of the teams that they faced, but that they're still playing good. And I think that they played great in this game and really took advantage of a Buffalo Sabres squad who is obviously pretty depressed right now. When you see that St. Louis is facing Arizona, you're going to be pretty happy that they're facing Buffalo and Florida in a week. It's going to be helpful for you. And for Buffalo fans, I really don't know what to say. Your team wasn't supposed to be this trash, but it is this trash. And I thought they were going to be competitive. They weren't going to make the playoffs. They weren't going to make the playoffs. I never expected that to happen. But I thought that they were going to be competitive for a playoff spot. I thought that they were going to be better than they were. And that really didn't happen, and it's sad because the Buffalo Sabres are one of the most loyal fan bases in the National Hockey League. I don't think they sell out every game, but they're pretty close to it, and they've been such crap for so many years. I think it's been like a 7-year drought since the playoffs, and they just keep selling out games. That fan base is really devoted and really one of the more underrated ones in the NHL. All I can really say is that you got Eichel. That's about it. For Buffalo, I'm rooting for you because I really do hope that you do better in the future because you really deserve it. That's going for today, guys. You guys enjoy it, and make sure to like. Guys, really don't subscribe and ring that bell if you haven't, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.